everybody. Hope you're well today. In today's video, we're going to show you how to upload an application for Toronto School of Management, or TSAM. My name is Sol Herrera, and I am the Associate Director for LATAM and the Caribbean. And I'm here to teach you how to do so through the GUS Gateway or Agent Portal. To do this, you have to log into our GUS Gateway portal. Hopefully, you will have your username and password. If you don't, you can click here in forget your password and reset your password. Also, your account manager or your BD can help you set up a new account if you need one. So I already have this, of course, saved in my browser, and I will log in now. So once you are on GUS Gateway, you can select the institution you want to create your application. So first of all, I invite you to check all the information that we have here for you, but to create a new application for TSAM, please go to Create Application. And here you will see all the institutions that we have at GUS or Global University Systems. Of course, we invite you to work with as many as our institutions as possible, but for today's video, please click on Toronto School of Management. Once you're here, you have two options. So first of all, please add your student name, last name, email, phone number, and the country. Once you complete this basic information, you have two options. Number one, complete application here. This means you, the agent, will complete the application on behalf of the student. Alternatively, you can click on Send Link to Applicant to Complete. This will send a link to the student's email for the student to complete the application. You have both options. In option number one, you sort of control more the process and input the application and the information on behalf of your student. On the second option, your students will be doing this for themselves. For this, I'm gonna select the first option, but I also want to show you the second option. So let's say I complete my student phone number here, and I select my country, and I say complete application here. So once I'm here, I have to select the area of study. In this case, I'm going to select business and then the program. Please make sure we have a couple of programs that have the co-op option or not. So let's say my student is going to take the Diploma in Business Management co-op program, and I start my application. I just need to complete all information here, select class schedule. This is very important because currently at TSAM, we have different price lists depending on the time your student will study. If they select daytime, this program is slightly more expensive. If they select evening time, the program is a little less pricey. Also, you have to select the intake and the status in Canada. It will always be international student because your student is going to apply for a study permit. Next, you click on completing the information for the applicant, their title. This is Mr. Miss, first name, last name, preferred name, gender, email address, date of birth, permanent home address, etc. Please note that there are things that cannot be changed once they're input. For instance, the email address. It is very important that you try to get this piece of information as accurate as possible, because most of the information like the contract and the Wonderlic test link will go to the email address that we receive. These cannot be changed by you, nor can be changed by your BD or your account manager. The only team that can change the email address is our admissions teams. So make sure you got it right. Once you complete the information here, you please need to upload the passport. I know it says photo ID, but because it's an international student, we require that you upload a copy of the valid passport, the biographic page. Then you complete the country of submission, first language is important, and the rest of the information. Emergency contact. Here, English proficiency. So we need to know if your student is not a native speaker of English, we need to know how the student will suffice the English requirement. The student can say, I have not yet completed a recognized English assessment. This is for all your students that have not an IELTS, TOEFL, or Duolingo result. So if they have never taken one of the standardized English assessment tests, they can select this. Or if your student already have a result because he already or she took the Duolingo or the IELTS, amazing, click this option. Or if your student comes from a native, if it's a native English speaker, they can complete this option. This is for students that come from the United States or some of the Caribbean islands. To demonstrate this, the student will need to upload their degrees or diplomas, so we can assess that the student comes from an English-speaking country. You go on next, you fill the academic history, and here you can attach your student's diploma or transcripts. Payment agreement. This is very important, and please select this very carefully. Why? Because once you input this information, this is the payment plan that the student is going to receive in her or his contract. So please make sure you select the right option. If you talk to your student about paying the program all up front and before the first day of class, you will select option 1. But if you have talked to your student about having a special payment plan in installments, and you have decided that the best option for him is option 4, please select this one. Again, whatever you select here will go onto the student's contract. After you have input all the information, the system will give you the opportunity to review it all. You will be able to review the program you selected, the class schedule, the intake, and all the rest of the information. Remember, the only thing that cannot be changed is the email address. Once you complete this, you will hit submit. There's one thing that I wanted to let you know now. The applications can be left and you can come back to it. So ideally, you will complete the application as soon as you log in into the GUS Gateway portal. But if for some reason you receive a phone call and you have to leave the application for a few minutes or even a few hours, you can come back to it later. And here it tells you how much is left to complete. Every time you see this blue check, it means the information is already in and is accurate and complete. If you get on the country, let's say you get a red circle with an X, it means you have to be it has to be corrected. Okay, so this is how you submit an application for your student. And once you do so, you can go back to your application and see it. So I'm gonna go to my application tab at the upper menu and see my applications. So these are test applications that we have here for the purpose of this, but if you click on it, it will tell you what is missing or if it is complete. So once you submit the application, please don't leave it. Come back to it and see if you have submitted all documents, especially English proficiency for Toronto School of Management and also other documents. Here, you will be able to add documents if your student at the moment didn't have, let's say, the English proficiency test or how to demonstrate his English proficiency. So here, I select what type of document I want to upload, and I can leave a comment for admissions if I really want to. I upload my file and I will see the documents I have uploaded for this application here. On the other hand, admissions will leave you here the documents they issue. So once your student is issued an offer of admission or you're issued the agent invoice, you will see it here in admissions letter. Myself, I prefer to see everything in this tab called all because I can see the documents that I have submitted and the documents that admissions is letting uploaded for my students. Once you submit all documents, the application will be reviewed in about 24 hours and an offer of admission will be issued. Also, the student will get the Wonderlic test in a separate email and the contract in another email. In those emails, the agents are not copied. So make sure you advise your student that once the application is complete, he should be looking for his email because he's going to receive the Wonderlic test link and also the contract. You can always come back to my applications. There is a very important tab that you should be looking at, and is my open tasks. In the tasks, the admission team will leave you notes of what's missing in your application. So if your application is missing a document, admissions will let you know which document is missing. We also invite you to check all other resources in our GUS Gateway, like marketing. In this tab, if you click on Toronto School of Management, you could see our marketing materials, you can see flyers, you can see price lists, etc. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we look forward to receiving your students' applications. Bye-bye.